Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we are live now.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of Entab CampusCare EdTalks, an exclusive platform where the stalwarts of education come on board and express their viewpoints on curbing topics related to education. Before I begin, let me quickly introduce you to Entab. We are a 20-year-old IT company engaged in providing mature and futuristic school ERP, CRM, and mobile apps to the schools spread across India and help in transforming them from good schools to great ones. Our topic for today's discussion is teaching negotiation skills in schools. That's right. We all know negotiating is an important part, and if you're a quintessential Indian, then I'm pretty sure you must have negotiated your way out of something one way or the other. So, to discuss the same, we have a very special principal with us. Please welcome Ms. Vamshi Priya Amar, Principal MVJ International School, Bangalore, Karnataka, for her contribution to the field of education. For more than 2 decades, ma'am has been awarded with the National Clean India Active Principal Award, Abdul Kalam Excellence Education Award, Dr. Radhakrishnan Career Education Excellence Award, and many more accolades under her belt. Welcome to the show, ma'am. It's a privilege and an honor to have you.
And lovely to be here. Thank you, Entab, for giving me this opportunity.
Ma'am, the pleasure is all ours. Before I begin with the webinar, to those who are watching me on YouTube, if you haven't in case subscribed to the channel, what are you guys waiting for? Please go ahead, press on that subscribe button, hit on that bell icon to stay regularly updated. Ma'am, I think negotiation comes naturally to us Indians. From time we learn to speak, we start negotiating. You know, whether it's for a glass of milk or for a chocolate or toy or even not going to school. Mummy पेट में दर्द हो रही है, आज मत भेजो. So, how many students do you still see negotiating with the parents for going to school?
I think almost everybody, you're right. Negotiation is a human instinct, basically. I totally agree with you. But yes, Himanshu, I think we need to accept that in a classroom, basically, we're looking for three different things. That is your conduct management, your content management, as well as covenant management. And covenant management is totally based on relationships. So from relationships arises this bonding. And yes, bonding builds in a lot of connection. And that connection can be from a kid to a teenager, to an adult, or even you and me. Right now, I think even we are negotiating on the same thing.
Absolutely.
Well, when it comes to classroom management, I think it's an essence. Negotiation skills are basically a very good, effective communication skills. You give your voice to somebody, it's a negotiation. You build in what is called as empathy, it is an emotion, it is a negotiation skill, or probably even to what is called as to differentiate between an argument as well as an agreement is a negotiation skill. And involving kids in making decisions, as you rightly mentioned, yes, between a toy, a glass of milk, and you can see many of the advertisements also negotiating, isn't it? Be it conflicts to a classroom scenario, or be it any other thing, maybe a mosquito repellent, the child negotiates, which is good and basic human instinct. But yes, it depends how effectively you build that kind of critical thinking skills in children.
Absolutely correct, ma'am. Ma'am, one of the things my mentor always, he always talks about is creating a win-win situation for everybody. So when it comes to negotiating, the most important factor is that all the parties involved, all the stakeholders involved, should have a win-win situation for everyone. So how can this thing be taught to students in a classroom?
I totally endorse this fourth habit of Stephen Covey's effective habits of mind. I think it is win or lose, lose or lose, and win-win. And right now, stage, by the side of the stage and not the sage on the stage, win-win situation, be it at home, where parents, basically mom, dad, and anybody who is involved at home should build in this kind of a win-win situation. That's a negotiation by art itself. I feel the 9 important points are very, very important to carry out this win-win situation. If given time, can I tell you the 9 points?
Sure, ma'am. With all due respect.
See, basically, it is required for discussions, communication, and persuasion, planning, strategizing, as well as cooperating. These are the 6 important skills which are involved in negotiation.
Right.
And if I think about the 9 important points which will lead you to a win-win situation, then I would say identifying the appropriate goal, be it at home, be it in class, be it between children, when they are with a cooperative activity or a collaborative activity, or be it a reciprocal activity. Practice building rapport should be developed. That would be my second. Third point will be willing to compromise. Consider imposing timely restrictions. Very important, isn't it? You being strict will not really work out. You being firm will always be remembered. And we as educators, be it Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, or Acharya Devo Bhava, presently Atiti Devo Bhava, everybody goes in for some kind of restrictions, right? That comes with a negotiation as an art. Take the multiple offer approach, maybe one to other, like a barter system, the way we used to have it. You need to bargain, you need to negotiate, be it at workplace, be it at a collaborative activity. So I would say multiple offer approach. Well, I think if this doesn't suit you, why don't you go in for something else? It should be an art of playing around with negotiation, right? And exercise confidence. Right now, if I'm sitting in front of so many people, and if I'm trying to negotiate, my way of thinking means I'm exercising my confidence because my experience has taught me that. I hope you all agree with this. And don't take anything personally, especially the negative. No, personally. Understand your weaknesses so that you can work upon them and convert them into your strengths, as well as practice makes man perfect. No negotiation can be taught. No negotiation can be imposed. It has to be experienced. That is my thing. And
Wonderful.
I would say one last thing, Himanshu, best alternative to negotiated argument would be one of the big mantras that we can keep, an alternative solution that helps our negotiation.
Right, ma'am. Wonderfully put, ma'am. You clearly mentioned all the points that one should take care of. Right enough from what is the goal that you want to achieve, planning it, have a proper vision to achieve it, and experience, of course, plays a much more important factor. The more you get experience, the better you negotiate. That is true. All right, ma'am. Coming to the end, to teach or inbuild any skill in a child, one of the best ways is to teach them through role plays, right? We have often seen that when we it's also called I'm forgetting the name. There was some learning attached to it now. According to you, what role plays can a school think of? For example, maybe a sales call, or maybe management call. And especially now that we are online, we can definitely have such type of role plays in school. So will you encourage that, or do you think that it's just an added burden?
I think this is a very well put question, Himanshu. See, with STEM coming up, STEAM coming up, and STREAM coming up, STEAM and STREAM both have art integration, right? If I think about STEAM, it is nothing but science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics.
Yes.
STREAM has read and write with it.
Yeah.
When arts has been incorporated, I think schools have taken up AIL, that is art integrated learning, into their stream, basically. And that incorporates a lot of dramatization. Suppose I'm teaching a lesson or basically a phenomenon on photosynthesis. If the child is able to articulate in the form of a drama, I think the role play encourages the first C of 21st century skills. That is your critical thinking.
Critical thinking, right.
Yeah. And communication as well. When I say communication, it can be a pantomiming. Pantomiming is also a part of the role play, right? So if it is a pantomiming, then it is a non-verbal communication skills. So we are actually negotiating both communication verbally as well as non-verbally. So it gives voice to many people to develop what is called as confidence, public speaking skills, and trying to articulate the learning outcomes of a subject back in through their dramatization through their role plays. Also, coming back to values, it certainly helps me when I start doing the role play. If I'm a good administrator in one of the role plays, obviously it encourages the innate potentials in me, and I put myself into their shoes and try to see how exactly I feel, be it a negative role or be it a positive role. So I strongly feel role plays can bring about a lot of what is called as attitude development as well. When I say attitude, it could be positive, it could be negative. It could be innate as well as acquired. So that way it tries to neutralize the manipulative tactics, minimize conflicts, and helps in resolving any kind of problem. I don't say it will solve the problem, but it will minimize the problem and bring in a lot of solutions.
Right. Wonderfully put, ma'am. Wonderfully explained all the points in a short and crisp manner and very easily defined. And I'll be very honest, according to me, what I personally believe is pantomiming is one of the most hardest non-verbal cues you can give. And it is one of the most beautiful arts I've seen. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me your valuable time. It was a pleasure having this conversation with you. Till we meet again on some other webinar, on some different topic. Till then, stay safe, stay secure, stay away from coronavirus, stay healthy, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Entab. Thank you, Himanshu. And thank you, Backend team, for giving me such a lovely opportunity to reach out what I understand in this particular topic. Thank you once again. All the very best. Stay safe. Take care.
You too, ma'am. Please have a nice day.
Thank you.